Lessons with Juvy. I am your host, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at JuvyThaKid. Let's get to the topics. Bagtus_. Moving on from a long-lasting relationship, tips for recovering mentally and sentimentally. Man, the best thing to do with a relationship is give yourself the time to dwell in the emotions and everything that you're having, and then move on from there. Honestly, if it's one of those things that you know it was probably for the best, even if you don't know if it was for the best, the fact that that distance is now there, let yourself deal with that. Don't bottle your emotions up. Don't put a mask on and all of a sudden be one of those guys who's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck a bunch of girls, I don't even care, because that just makes you look like a douchebag, honestly. Just dwell in those emotions for a little bit. Let yourself feel that shit, and you gotta move past it, you know what I mean? Your life still goes on. You have a lot of shit still going on for you. The best way to recover is honestly just take that time. Acknowledge your emotions, deal with them, and then try your best to move past them. I don't know, it's just, breakups suck. They do. Some of them obviously are easier than others, but either way, it still sucks to deal with, especially if you cared about that person at all. Regardless, it sucks. I understand. With mentally, it's just you gotta remember, one, not everybody's the same. You know what I mean? So the next person you may get involved with or whatever, don't bring the past baggage. Don't whatever your ex did to you. Don't expect this person to do it to you as well, or don't just automatically assume that they're going to be doing that to you. You know what I mean? I just don't bring the pain of somebody else to someone that's trying to bring you happiness. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just gotta take time, man. You gotta take time. Gotta heal yourself and deal with yourself before you know you're ready for another relationship. Loyalist City Photos briefly discuss the mental health benefits of pet ownership. Well, for me, for those that don't know, I have a puppy. Well, she's 2 now. Her name's Kaiju, and for me, it definitely has made a difference. Because it's one of those things. Even if you are in a bad mood, once you see your dog there, or your cat, whatever. I don't know. You can't help but be in a bad. You can't help but be in a good mood. I mean, I don't know. Especially if you're one of those people who actually love their animals. Some people I don't know, they get a pet and it's they have it so they can teach it tricks and it can just kind of be there, you know what I mean? If it's one of those things where you actually you love that animal, it's just one of those things, man, when you come into a room or whatever and their tail starts going and they're happy to see you, it's you can't help but smile and be in a good mood and you know what I mean, want to hug them or play with them or whatever it is. It also gives you, it's also one of those things where if some people, if they're struggling with suicidal thoughts and everything like that, it can, having a pet can actually help them. I know some people out there might be well, no, if you're having those thoughts, then it's something else. Well, no. Even just saying something suicidal thoughts, that's a very broad range of things to really deal with on that one. But I don't know, it's also one of those things, I know people who having an animal with them has actually helped them. Instead of always kind of thinking about suicide or whatever it is, or oh, whatever, I don't have anybody around that cares or whatever. It puts that in your mind where it's well, if something happens to me, who's gonna feed my cat? Who's gonna feed my dog? You know what I mean? It becomes without knowing it in a way, it kind of becomes a kid you have to take care of. Because without you there, that animal isn't going to survive and be healthy in whatever the way it would be with you. So, I don't know. But also don't just think getting an animal is going to cure all your mental health shit. That's not really how it works. But it is definitely a beneficial thing to have an animal around. Especially if you can connect with it and it's a special bond, you know. Alright, this has been Life Lessons with Juvy. I've been your host, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at JuvyThaKid. Before we get out of here, make sure you click the link in the description, get your Hooligan Squad shirts, stickers, coffee mugs, hoodies, whatever it is. Go order some up. There's going to be more merch coming soon. Promise you that. I'm a quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos. For the love of everybody, keep being weird.